Well, hey everybody, thanks for tuning in and watching this video here. I'm excited to share some awards with you from our apologetics class. And as I sat down to make this video, I realized that ending the year with a video like this is kind of fitting because I started the year with a video like this. I don't know how many of you remember, but I wasn't able to be at back to school night, so I sent a video to you introducing the class, introducing myself. And so here we are, much different circumstances, but just wrapping up the year. And I just want to say thank you to all the students who were a part of Apologetics. I know that you chose to be a part of Apologetics, which means a lot to me. And I'm thankful for parents being, agreeable to that and allowing them to choose this class. And I had a great time. We had some good discussions. We tackled some tough topics. We tackled some topics that became very timely with some of what we talked about with racism and now what we see happening in the world around us. And I hope some of our conversations moved us forward as we consider what's going on in our world today and how we respond as believers to this situation. So I just want to say thank you again to all the students. I loved having each and every one of you. You guys were great, and I'm so thankful for the time we had together. As many of you may know, I'm not coming back to teach next year. And that's nothing to do with school necessarily. My full-time job is a pastor, and we planted our church just over a year ago. And so we've been growing, and that's been awesome, and that means I need to spend more time focusing there. So I won't be back to teach next year, which for most of you would mean I wouldn't have you anyway, because Mrs. Horning covers the classes, and she was covering the classes that were that I wasn't taking, that you would move on to if you still need Bible credits next year. But just so you guys know that. Now, some of you are going to ask, am I going to be around to coach soccer? Probably. We're still working on that. My wife is due with our third child in October. So just thinking about logistics of that. So I will be around. I won't be just gone, but just knowing that I won't be here as a teacher moving forward. Anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about you guys. Great year. Just wanted to hand out one specific award since we don't have physical awards, but then just recognize a few others of you that I really appreciated the way that you contributed to our class. So first of all, let's do the one award. High honor for best GPA goes to Lindsay Weaver. Lindsay had a perfect 100 across the board. She was always engaged in what was going on. Always worked hard. So thank you, Lindsay, for your hard work. I appreciate you. Thank you for pushing me and your classmates to be better as well. The other names I want to mention, sorry, I'm just looking at my laptop so I know what I'm saying. I just wanted to make a couple of honorable mentions based on academics and then also based on, again, contributions to our class. The two honorable mentions as far as grades were also Emmeline Fox and AJ Zook. They were right there behind you, Lindsay. They almost caught you. So they were very, very close. So good job, you guys, on working hard there too. And then just thinking through who really contributed to class. The first name that comes to mind is Aiden Stratton. Aiden had a article and a podcast that he was listening to partway through the year, and he brought that to me, and that really, we included it in class. We talked about it. We walked through it. It became an assignment for our kids to listen through that podcast. And so I really appreciated him finding that information. It caused some questions in his mind, so he brought it to the class, and we discussed it. And I think that was very profitable. So Aiden, thank you for doing that. Thank you for contributing in that way. Kaya, you also were a great contributor. Kaya didn't always come to me, or she didn't always ask her questions in class necessarily, but she'd come to me later and she'd have these great questions, and I always appreciated that. Conrad, always willing to answer, so I appreciate that, man. And then Kayla Richardson and Sean March, also the same way. Sean very much always willing to speak up and answer questions, and then Kayla was more also like Kaya, where she came to me one time and we had a good conversation about things, and I just appreciated the way that these guys engaged with the topics, whether it was publicly or privately. They really wrestled with things, and they really thought through things, and that really is at the center of what we wanted to do with apologetics, to make sure that we're thinking through things and knowing why we believe what we believe. And so that's not to say that Lindsay, Emmy, and AJ didn't contribute. They absolutely did, and in a big way. They received the high honors recognition, but these other classmates here were great, and everyone was great. I don't want to leave anybody out, but those, I just really appreciate you guys that put in all the hard work, and many of those names I just answered as contributors, you guys were up there above a 95%. So also really hard workers. So again, I just want to say thank you for this year. I appreciate all of the hard work you guys put in. I appreciate the way that you adjusted when we all needed to adjust and things changed. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the future. I will see you at graduation, and hopefully down the road in some sports and some other fun stuff will be involved. But I hope you guys have a great summer. Don't forget, just check on everything to make sure you've got everything in for the end of the year. If you're missing anything, please still try and hand something in. I can give you credit for it. But yeah, just double check that. And I hope you guys have a great summer. See you later.